everyone, and welcome back to another Love in Deep Space. Today we are heading into and starting Xavier's lore. So quite excited because I barely know anything about this man. Obviously he's not one of my mains, so I haven't really paid much attention to much of his stuff. So yeah, it'll be interesting to find out some more about our very quiet, sleepy Xavier. So we're going to head into the first anecdote for him, a special vacation, and then we'll head into one of his myths. I also just need to see, I don't know if we've actually got any 5-star memories for him, or if we've read his bond memories. I don't know if I've done that, so we're going to have a look at that as well. But we'll start with a special vacation. Number 1, Frank's summer homework. Write an essay titled, "When I grow up, I want to be a... to understand the kind of job you want to do." After reading his son's homework assignment for summer vacation, Ulysses asks, "What do you want to be when you grow up, Frankie?" 7-year-old Frank's eyes sparkle. "I want to be a deep space hunter." He jumps up and down. "I'm going to defeat wanderers like this. Swish, 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 swish." So awesome. Ulysses looks a little surprised. Really? Really? Smiling, Ulysses pulls his son onto his lap. "I have a friend who's a deep space hunter. In fact, he's the best of the best. Do you want to go to his place and have him teach you how to become one?" The best of the best. What kind of hunter is he? The hunters in the cartoons are already really cool. They wear shiny outfits with super cool weapons. They travel every corner of the city, flying across the sky, and can run on walls. A single move is enough to amaze the whole world. If there's a hunter better than them, doesn't that mean he'd be cooler? Following Dad to his old friend's house, Frank watches as the door opens. He's filled with longing and anticipation. Then, he's stunned. The man inside is wearing a pair of white slippers and regular pajama pants. There was no shiny, golden outfit. Like they said, don't meet your heroes, kids. He didn't transform, he wore normal clothes, and he has a lopsided sleeping mask with stars on it. He still looks a little tired after yawning. This person is a deep space hunter? He talks to Dad, but Frank doesn't pay attention. He could see the question mark on the man's face. It changed into an exclamation mark and then ellipses. After that, he kneels down to look Frank in the eye. "Hello, my name is Xavier." His voice, it doesn't seem like he would shout a catchphrase. Frank's heart beats frantically in his chest. He grabs the hem of his father's shirt and says, "I'm Frank." He looks at Xavier's hair. "Grandpa?" But looking at Xavier's face, he's unsure. "Uncle?" Xavier lowers his head, scratching his neck. Xavier is good enough. Number 2, a deep space hunter's home. Dad drives away not long after, leaving Frank alone with Xavier. Xavier closes the door and takes Frank's tiny suitcase inside. Frank hurries after him, curiously looking around. This is the house of a deep space hunter. Would he have an entire wall filled with weapons and bombs? What about tiny robots that fly around everywhere? Would there be a sleeping pod as big as a room? After walking around, Frank realizes that Xavier doesn't have any of these. "Mr. Xavier, where's your armory?" Xavier's pressing some buttons on his juicer. Frank's question causes him to mess up, so he presses cancel and restarts the process. "I don't have enough weapons for one." "What about your robots?" The phone on the table lights up. "Hello, how may I help you?" "Where do you sleep?" Xavier looks around. "You can sleep anywhere here." He's nothing like the hunters in the cartoons. Frank is disappointed. Xavier hands him a cup of yellowish-green liquid. "Do you like weapons and robots?" "No, but a hunter's house should have these things, right?" Frank takes a sip of the drink and makes a face. Huh? He would rather drink Dad's veggie juice. He's about to ask Xavier what it is when he sees Xavier had finished his own cup without a hint of disgust. "What makes you think that?" Xavier asks, putting down his cup. As a guest, Frank has to be polite. He forces himself to swallow the liquid in his mouth, thinking that maybe it's some kind of energy supplement. He places the cup on the corner of the table. "Everyone in Hunters Unite has one. They have a secret base filled with tons of stuff too. Did you hide yours, Mr. Xavier?" Xavier thinks for a moment before saying, "Their stuff comes with their base. Mine is simpler, so it doesn't have that much." Seeing Frank's cup remain untouched, Xavier picks it up. "Do you not like juice?" Frank's eyes widen. That was juice? Number 3, a hunter's free time. Everyone in Hunters Unite is so strong. You can find them on the top 10 hunters list. Xavier probably wasn't picked to join them. No matter what kind of hunter he is, he should be going out every day to defeat wanderers and save the world, right? Frank gathers himself again and gets ready for the big battle with Xavier tomorrow. But the next day, when Frank looks for Xavier in the morning, he finds him asleep in the living room. Wearing a jacket, Xavier has one of his hands hanging off the couch. His brow furrows. In the bright sunlight, stuff shimmers on his shoulder. They remind Frank of specks of light or even pieces of glass. Where did Xavier go last night? What did he do? Frank decides to ask Xavier when he wakes up. However, Xavier doesn't move for a long time. He doesn't toss or turn and manages to make Frank sleepy. Frank waits and waits until his eyelids start to droop. When he opens his eyes, Frank sees Xavier in the foyer, hand on the doorknob, ready to head out. He comes back to his senses, knowing the moment he's been waiting for is finally here. Frank runs over. "Where are you going, Mr. Xavier? I want to go too." Not giving Xavier a chance to refuse, he tightly grabs his hand. And just like that, Frank goes out with Xavier for the first time. His teacher always says the early bird catches the worm, but Xavier slept in. It's already noon. Are there any wanderers left? Xavier walks around and looks relaxed. Could it be that he isn't worried because he knows where all the wanderers are hiding? Frank can only guess. Maybe they're going to a dark cave next, or an abandoned building with strange noises coming out of it. After 10 minutes, Xavier stops walking. In front of them is a hot pot restaurant. It's lunchtime, so a lot of people are here. Xavier sits by the window, glancing at the menu before ordering with a frightening familiarity. Bunny's fatty beef, Bunny's signature lamb rolls, beef brain, beef tenderloins, ox tongue, tripe, beef ribs, black chicken, rolls, fish balls. Frank can only listen with his mouth agape until Xavier puts down the menu and says, "Spicy soup, extra spicy." Frank springs to action. "My dad told me not to eat super spicy food, Mr. Xavier." Xavier looks at Frank as though he forgot about him. Scratching his neck, he says to the server, "Another bowl of small noodles, please." Frank takes the rabbit-themed bowl when it's put down in front of him. He watches Xavier dip the red meat in the equally red soup. Frank is speechless. He quickly snaps out of it though when he realizes something. You need a full stomach to fight vicious wanderers. Otherwise, where else would you get your energy? Everything Xavier does has a reason, so Frank happily eats his noodles. He puts his bowl down and stares at Xavier. Are they gonna fight wanderers now? Frank was wrong again. Half an hour later, they arrive at a supermarket. Xavier pushes around a shopping cart, passing by the numerous aisles in the store. He browses the shelves slowly, sometimes even asking for Frank's opinions. "Which one do you think is better?" Xavier asks. 30 minutes later, they arrive at a bookstore. Behind the counter is a scary-looking man with a large beard who smiles at them. Frank hears the man talk to Xavier like they're the same age. Then he says something that he doesn't understand. What's a vegetarian? What are meal plans? Then finally, Xavier leaves the store and takes Frank home. Frank is at a loss. Where are the wanderers? Why would a hunter like Xavier not fight wanderers? Frank thinks. He then realizes that like children getting 2 days of holiday after 5 days of school, Xavier doesn't fight wanderers every day. So once Xavier's done resting, he'll go fight wanderers, right? Number 4, a hunter's secret training. With that, Frank waits and waits and waits, but still he never sees Xavier. The best of the best go out to fight wanderers. Instead, all he gets is the rapidly approaching end of his summer vacation. A week later, unable to wait anymore, Frank takes out his homework assignment and starts writing. Deepspace hunters will sleep until noon every day. When they wake up, they have lunch. After lunch, they either walk around outside or stay at home to watch TV. Sometimes they fall asleep watching TV. Deepspace hunters aren't picky. They eat everything. They also aren't picky when it comes to places to sleep. They can sleep anywhere. But Frank stops writing. Deepspace hunters are kind of weird. One night, Frank woke up to use the bathroom. He saw the balcony when he passed by, but as he came out, a shadowy figure stood on the balcony, scaring him. It's me. Mr. Xavier? Yeah. Xavier enters the living room and shuts the balcony door behind him. His shadow elongates under the moonlight. Did you fight wanderers, Mr. Xavier? Xavier remains silent and starts to head to his room. His body is covered in shiny stuff again, but Frank can't see them clearly. Why didn't you bring me with you if you're fighting wanderers? Xavier pushes Frank to his room as he walks. Go to bed. If you're not tall enough, you're not allowed to fight wanderers. Okay. After getting back into bed, Frank wonders about another thing. Why did Xavier come in through the balcony and not the front door? Frank slumps on his desk, unsure if he should write that. What are you doing? Xavier comes over. summer vacation homework? Xavier seems taken aback. There's homework during summer? Yeah. Frank lifts the notebook up. Xavier reads everything and doesn't say anything for a while. If all I needed to do to be a deep space hunter was sleep and get taller, that'd be great. But it's not like what I thought it would be. Xavier sits down by the desk. Actually, that's not what being a deep space hunter is like. Other than fighting wanderers, we have to do other things too, such as taking exams or doing special training, stuff like that. But I never see you fight wanderers. That's because it's been peaceful here in the city. There's not a single wanderer? Frank asks. Xavier thinks for a moment. There are more hunters nowadays, and they're all very strong. Every time there's a wanderer, they're defeated before I even know it's here. Frank takes a while to process what Xavier said. So you're not fast enough? You could say that. Frank raises his fist. I think you should try harder, Mr. Xavier. Xavier smiles and fist bumps him. All right. When do you have exams? I don't have exams. What about training? Nope. Frank writes the following. Deep space hunters don't have exams. They also don't need to train. Xavier grabs his pen. I don't have to train right now, Xavier says after a while, but I can work one session in. Frank is excited. Can you teach me how to fight wanderers, Mr. Xavier? Teach you? Before Xavier can change his mind, Frank says, Master! Xavier doesn't argue with him. Just call me Xavier. Number 5. The real battle. It's sunny the next day. There are several groups of people in Lincoln's Central Park, walking and picnicking. Children around the same age as Frank are running across the field or playing around the playground. Xavier puts his bag on the grass. He sits down and starts taking things out. Choose one. Seeing all sorts of weapons laid out in front of him, Frank is amazed. Without any hesitation, he grabs a small wooden sword. I want this one. He swings the sword a couple of times, then notices Xavier picking up a stick. We're sparring, right? Are you looking down on me, Mr. Xavier? If you can knock the stick out of my hand, then I'll swap to a better weapon, Xavier says. 10 minutes later, Frank is out of breath. Xavier sits unmoving with the stick still in his hand. A sword doesn't suit me. Frank throws it away and picks up a water gun. He rushes to the fountain to load his ammo and comes back chest puffed. Xavier, as calm as ever, swaps his stick for the paper cup. Another 10 minutes pass. Frank accidentally squirts himself with water. Xavier pours out the water in his cup, his body completely dry. A gun doesn't suit me either. Frank tosses the water gun away and gets a pair of maracas. Xavier picks up the stick again. He breaks it, holding each half in both hands. Another 10 minutes pass. Frank is drenched in sweat. He's a little dizzy with the sun beating down on him, and his palms are red from training. Despite not having touched even a hair on Xavier's head, he's happy. This is the first time he's seen Xavier act like a deep space hunter. Is this how you train to be a hunter, Mr. Xavier? Unexpectedly, Xavier shakes his head. No. But aren't you training me how to fight wanderers? Xavier looks as if he hasn't heard Frank. He stands up and looks around. Frank asks again hurriedly, only to hear Xavier say, You haven't even beaten me once. Critical hit. Frank stands there in shock. All the doubts he had earlier return. This so-called hunter doesn't own anything cool. He doesn't have any weapons or fight any wanderers. He's always doing strange things. He even lied about training him. Is Xavier a liar? Frankie, wait for me here. I'm going over. Seeing Frank's expression, Xavier pauses. What's wrong? Upset, Frank is on the verge of tears. Suddenly, there's a loud explosion. In a split second, he feels someone pick him up. Opening his eyes, Frank is stunned. He looks at the source of the sound. Xavier covers Frank's eyes with his hands. Don't look. The wanderers are here. The sky darkens and the sharp wail of a police siren brings Frank back to reality. Wait here and don't run outside the light. Xavier lifts his hand and a golden shield appears above Frank's head like a round tent. After that, he turns around and runs off. Frank sees a sword quickly manifest in Xavier's right hand. It's brighter and cooler than any weapon he saw on TV. As people run away, he sees Xavier go against the flow of the crowd. Several terrifying wanderers appear from the trees. With a single swing, Xavier's weapon transforms into countless light blades. The wanderers instantly disappear in the light. He turns, leaps, and appears by the side of the inflatable castle, striking down 2 wanderers like lightning. With a deafening roar, the wanderers turn to dust. The adults and children who haven't been able to leave are shocked. Leave this place. In the dust and smoke, Xavier turns around and leaps again. He takes the sword in his hand and lunges toward another wanderer. Frank's eyes widen. Xavier is like a beam of light, turning everything he attacks into dust. It's as if Frank is watching a meteor shower of light. After he cuts down the last wanderer, Xavier lands on the ground. With a flick of his wrist, his sword disappears, leaving only specks of light around him. It's as if he's standing under a starry sky. Frank is stunned. Number 6, a kept secret. When he comes out of the convenience store with Xavier, the park entrance across the street is covered with police tape. Police cars and ambulances are everywhere, and people with cameras are also running around. Everything is a mess. Eat this, we'll go home after. Frank takes the ice cream cone Xavier gives him. It's a sweet treat to calm his nerves. Why didn't you tell the police that you're the one who got rid of the Wanderers, Mr. Xavier? Frank feels a little sad. He wanted to see Xavier get praised on TV, but once he was done, Xavier dragged him out of the park. Xavier looks serious. Didn't your teachers tell you not to brag when you do a good deed? Still, Xavier's expression looks a little strange. It's almost like he doesn't want people to find out about him. Then again, that's not the only thing strange about Xavier. Besides, Frank is certain that Xavier is a very, very good hunter. Everything he does must have a reason. So Frank looks up at him with the same serious face. Don't worry, I'll keep it a secret. On the last day of summer vacation, Ulysses arrives to pick up his son. Ulysses sits on Xavier's couch reading his son's passionate essay. This summer, I met the world's greatest deep space hunter. Wanderers are no match for him. He uses a super cool sword and it's sharper than anything in the world. He told me that being a hunter means you shouldn't brag about the good things you've done. That's why I want to be a hunter just like him. He's my role model. He looks up at Xavier. Did you cast a spell on my son? No, Xavier is sparring with Frank using chopsticks. I just took him out for hot pot. After that, we went shopping at the supermarket and the bookstore, and we went for a walk in the park. Dad, Xavier's super duper cool. He eats the greatest hot pot and his walks are awesome. But I can't tell you exactly how amazing he is because... Frank looks at Xavier. He's still wearing a normal t-shirt and normal pajama pants, but now, in Frank's eyes, those are better and stronger than any armor. Because it's a secret between me and Xavier. Ulysses doesn't know how to react. He picks up Frank's luggage and grabs the boy still running around the living room and pretending to be Xavier. He doesn't know what kind of secret his son agreed to keep for Xavier, but whatever. It's not on Frank. After all, when Ulysses was younger, he was also fooled by Xavier. Whatever that may mean. Okay, so we get a little sneak peek of how Xavier is into his day-to-day wanderer hunting life. Okay, so I have done Plushie Go-Go. I think I've done it in one of my earlier video uploads when I just started, but we didn't do a night of warmth, so we'll do that one. And then while it's downloading, let's have a look. We've got where stars scatter. I think where stars scatter is the long one, judging by the picture, because I researched to see which ones are the short ones and which one's the long one. So I think this is the long one, where stars scatter. Then we've got Twilight's Dawn, which says not downloadable, so I feel like we've got this memory. I don't know what the point was of downloading it because I don't have it. So we might jump into one of these two, Twilight's Dawn or Shooting Stars. Okay, let's get into a night of warmth. My friends went to my housewarming over the weekend. We decided to play Truth or Dare. Discovering that Xavier lived nearby, Tara said the loser must go to his place and take one of his personal belongings. If I fail, I need to chug 3 drinks. Interesting, okay.
Why did I accept Tara's dare to ask Xavier for a personal belonging? I should have chosen Truth. What do I say? How do I even ask him such a question?
Tell him the truth, I guess?
Is he not home?
Hey. Good morning.
Isn't this the evening?
Xavier looks so fluffy. Can't believe I get to see him like this again.
It's you.
It is.
Don't tell me you just woke up. It's way past morning. It's 4 in the afternoon.
Afternoon? That's why I feel so hungry. You look flustered. What's wrong?
Nothing. How do I explain my visit to him?
I'm just gonna tell the truth because I think he's one that would just, go along with it?
I was playing Truth or Dare with Tara and the others, and they dared me to borrow something from you. It's so lame. Ugh.
Isn't it popular with high schoolers? They usually play it when they hang out together.
No, it runs well far into the adulthood.
I see you've already heard of it. Look, never mind. I know it's a weird dare. Whatever, it's fine. If I can't do it, I'll just drink.
Wait. Since you guys are having a party, do you... I haven't gone to the grocery store for a while. My fridge is pretty empty.
Is that him asking to get invited?
Oh, you want some food? Oh, sure. But you'd better watch out for Tara. She'll ask you really, really weird questions.
Is that why you chose Dare instead of Truth?
Probably.
Welcome to my humble abode. Very different from your place, right?
Oh, wow! Hi, Xavier!
Why is she excited?
She's always excited when meeting new friends. It's not that big a deal. Let's go inside.
I had so much fun, but I have to go now. Bye!
Be careful. It's pouring out there. In fact, I'll call a taxi for you.
It's midnight. You should go to bed. I'll also be leaving.
It's kind of... that's a little bit disappointing that they don't animate Tara, feels weird saying Tara, into it. Like, they've already put so much effort into actually animating the men. Could they not have just, like, animated her into the scene as well, just to make it a little bit more, like, in the zone kind of feeling?
What's wrong?
It's nothing. Good night.
What? Wait, there's definitely something. It's written all over your face.
Yeah, you're not good at hiding your emotions, just
I
saying.
just forgot to bring my key with me. That's all. I guess I'll walk around. It's been a while since I saw Link on at night.
But what's walking around gonna do? You're still gonna come back to the fact that you can't get into your apartment.
But it's raining really hard right now. You can stay here until the rain stops.
You can lend me an umbrella, and then...
Seriously, Xavier? Oh, in that case, we might as well...
Yeah, let's walk together. I love the rain.
Go
So
together.
yeah.
It's been a while since I appreciated everything Lincoln has to offer at night.
But it's pouring out.
You wanna walk in it?
You're just now realizing that?
It's very late, though. I don't want to get in the way of your sleep.
It's fine. I've been having trouble falling asleep these days. Plus, I'm not sleepy.
Now my MC's
Well,
definitely me.
honestly, I do feel a bit sleepy now. I wanted a chance to talk with him, but failed to find any topic.
The rain cleared up really quickly. Just saying.
The rain has stopped. You can see the stars.
Yeah, don't tell me you want to go for a walk now.
Are you joining me? Though it is 2:30 a.m., I'd rather not walk the streets with you late at night.
Walking the streets late at night sounds fun, and no matter what happens, I won't be surprised. By the way, things like keys are very much from last century, right? Why are you still using one?
Old habits die hard, I guess. I just feel safer when I can actually hold something.
I didn't think you'd be so old school.
You can't judge a book by its cover.
No, you can't.
For example, before tonight, I'd have thought you and your friends played cooler party games. The stars are very bright tonight. It reminds me of a method to help one fall asleep faster. Shall we try?
3:57, 358. 246.
So, what number are you currently on?
That's a good question.
Good. That means it's working. You can go to bed now.
Well, clearly we've been counting stars a little bit too long. We're in the 300s.
Xavier, you're different from what I had imagined.
Hmm? Different how?
Well, I can't think of anything in particular.
What did you think I was like at first, then?
I don't know, very withdrawn, constantly tired, keeps to himself. Kind of like me, introverted. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about Xavier. That's why I'm not really drawn to him. He's not my type. So...
A monster with a strong evil who kills every wanderer he sees. And you can never find him unless something bad happens.
A monster with a strong evil.
None of that sounds very good.
That's interesting.
Really? I was just saying you're talented and trustworthy. And distant at times. You're like a star in the night sky. So close, yet so far. A star that's out of reach.
A distant star. Stars are much farther away from the Earth compared to the moon. Humans rarely visit them. That must mean they're very lonely.
What if one day we bring home a star together?
How would we do that? It would be easier for a star to land on Earth and stay by your side.
That's cute.
What time is it?
Oh, he carried us to the couch.
Wait, wasn't I chatting with Xavier last night? How am I in my bed?
Oh, sorry. He carried us to the bed. This looked like a couch, not the bed. Especially because of the way she's lying. Did he sleep by... No.
He fell asleep on the floor.
That's actually so sweet.
Sleeping so soundly in someone else's house. He shouldn't trust others like this.
Whatever this is in the back, if it's supposed to be like a one-seated couch kind of thing, almost like those big-ass yoga balls, I would just get it because, I don't... the aesthetic look of it. And I'd probably lie like on strange positions over it if I want to stretch my back or something. Just something random. Hi.
You're up? Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Morning. Yes, I did. I was in the middle of a dream when you woke me up.
My bad.
Oh. What did you dream about?
Well... there was an astronaut who set foot on a distant star.
Hello? Oh. Okay, that's the end of it. That was cute. Like, that was actually really cute. He stayed, he slept by our side to make sure we're okay. That's so cute. Like, I know you'd think because he's so, like, quiet, introverted, withdrawn, kind of keeps to himself, you'd think, as one myself, I would be attracted to that. But no, I'm actually attracted to the complete opposite. That's why I like Silas so much, because he's so, you know, upfront, and that's also why I like Zane. Zane does also keep a lot to himself. He doesn't, like, express his emotions so openly, so quickly, but I like the sternness of Zane and Raphael. Yeah, I don't know. Raphael's playful nature is what pulls me to him. But Xavier, there's just nothing that pulls me to him at this point. Maybe further down the line, once I've read more of his myths and found out more about him, I'll feel a better pull. Yeah, I'll tackle the other anecdotes in the next one in the next video, and leave all the 2-hour-long myths for later, because I also want to unlock Caleb, because I still don't have Caleb, and I want to kind of get into his story as well to find out how he comes back and what he's all about. Okay, I do know some spoiler alert, obviously, because I've seen shorts of him and everything, so... But I would still like to kind of flesh out that story and see how that goes, so... Let's go Xavier hunting. Once again, thank you, Lavender, for the full myth upload. We're going to head into Twilight's Dawn, and then it will be Shooting Stars the next video.
The fluctuations caused by the recent abnormal particle event at the Deepspace tunnel's entrance have reached a level never seen before in history. Meanwhile, the metaflux index in various parts of Lincoln City continues to rise. Several Wanderer attacks have already been reported today. Experts are still debating whether this burst of metaflux is caused by the particle event.
A deafening explosion cuts off the newscaster. An abandoned building collapses with a loud crash. A figure steps out of the flames, slicing through the dust and debris with the light blade he's wielding. His expression is calm and impassive. Ooh!
Cut! Perfect! Let's go with this. The machine can be turned off for now. We'll start shooting the actual scene in 10 minutes.
I did not take note that there was filming equipment in this image, so I did not expect this to be a film. Given that this is taking part in Lincoln City, I take it that this takes place around more present days with the MC because of the fact that it's Lincoln City.
Hi, yes, can we actually
The machine-generated background hologram dissipates like mist, revealing a realistic scene of the devastation. The crew members, while busy, move around in an orderly manner. The director, as energetic as ever, is discussing the scene with the leading actor.
You just need to do what Mr. Xavier did during filming. Pay attention to your pose when swinging the sword.
Well done, Xavier. Grinning, I cheerfully toss a bottle of water to the man as he approaches me. That scene was so cool. I bet it will be even more thrilling when we see it in the theaters.
Aren't you sick of it? You watched it countless times already on set.
I'm actually planning on seeing the scene multiple times once it's out. Don't you want to watch the movie you've contributed to on the big screen?
Not really. There are so many hunters in the association. Why did they choose me as the consultant?
Because you're the only hunter who's extremely skilled and most readily available.
Says who? I have lots of things to do.
That puppy dog eye look of his, like... Like?
Protecting the shrub on my balcony. Puffball has been using it as a trampoline. It's about to die.
It's okay, I can head back right now to take care of it.
You can't. You need to stay here.
Why? You're the consultant, not me.
Aren't we partners? Shouldn't we work and move together as one?
With an honest gaze, he reaches out and blocks my phone camera's lens.
You've been taking pictures non-stop. What for?
You rarely get to wear clothes of a different style. It'd be a waste not to take a bunch of pictures as mementos, right? I dodge his hand and rapidly press the shutter button multiple times. A hint of embarrassment appears on the once indifferent face on my phone
I take
screen.
back what I said earlier. You're not here as my partner. You're just here to enjoy the show.
How so? I'm here to watch him learn. I flick the tassel hanging from his waist. The metallic ornament shines brightly under the sun. I heard the crew went to great lengths to collect the rare few existing videos of Lumiere to recreate this outfit. Wait, so Xavier's also a kind of Lumiere like Raphael is? So, okay, you get different Lumieres. I got it. Don't you think it counts as valuable historical material?
You're making it sound like he's old enough to be displayed in a museum. You're quite enthusiastic when it comes to this topic, huh?
Of course. I glance at the set in the distance. The sight of the ruins instantly triggers certain scenes in my memory. I know that even if I meet him, I might not get the answer I'm looking for. After all, he saved so many people. Even if he actually did rescue me, I doubt he remembers. Oh, I remember in the main story when we were trying to get caught in that club and everything, they were talking about the Xavier was on the wanted screen as the light Lumiere, I think, or something like that. But I'd still like to know if the beam of light that saved me 14 years ago was really him.
I'm sure he remembers.
I immediately look up, but Xavier quickly adds,
At least, that's what I think.
Xavier, you don't seem to be interested in Lumiere. He's our famous predecessor in the hunter industry. Aren't you curious about him? I purposely hold my phone camera close to Xavier's face. Was the Lumiere from 14 years ago wearing the same clothes as you, saving Lincoln citizens one by one? His gaze doesn't waver for even a moment, despite my questions. His eyes are like dark blue lakes looking directly into mine through the lens.
Who knows? Though the crew definitely gave him a stylish outfit.
Is that all you have to say? On my phone screen, Xavier lowers his gaze as if deep in contemplation.
This fabric is made from a special material. It should be fine if someone wore it into battle.
Is this guy pretending to be clueless, or is he actually clueless?
Mr. Xavier?
A staff member rushes over. There goes my chance to ask any more questions.
Mr. Xavier, the assistant director would like for you to come up with a cool entrance pose for the leading actor's next scene. We'd like you to enter by dropping down from the sky in an amazing and awe-inspiring way. Can you do it?
Excuse me, but Silas is the one that's good at falling from the sky.
Yeah.
I'll get the wires ready then.
I don't really need...
I quickly yank the belt around Xavier and lower my voice. You're not planning on zipping through the air in front of all these people, are you? You'll end up scaring me. Xavier unconsciously drops his voice half an octave as he quickly corrects himself.
I mean, sure. Thank you.
Could the sudden particle event, an increase in Wanderer attacks, be the beginning of the apocalypse? Let's hear what the civilians have to say. I just quit my job. Gotta have a blast before Doomsday takes us.
We at BioSun Pharmaceuticals have started an internal charity fund. We'll build 7 aid stations to...
What? An apocalypse? Bring it on. I've lived long enough.
I'm not scared. Lumiere will save us. He'll swoosh in, swoosh, and swoosh, and...
Xavier waves his hand twice, cutting off the noisy news program and switching to some soothing, gentle music. And then nonchalantly continues to ransack Jeremiah's fridge.
The yogurt-flavored one isn't that good. I recommend trying lychee. It's much better. Here's your spoon.
Is that how you're supposed to pronounce it? Because I pronounce it as lychee. I have always pronounced it as lychee. I didn't know you're supposed to pronounce it lychee. I just thought lychee had 2 different spellings. The L-I-T-C-H-I and the L-Y-C-H-E-E. They are just 2 different spellings of the same tropical fruit. Yeah, obviously depending on what region in the world you're in, those both different spellings, I thought they were just both pronounced lychee. Thank you. With a darkened expression, Jeremiah watches as he stands nearby.
Hello? I'm right here.
All he receives as an answer is an ice cream cup tossed his way. It's the not-so-good yogurt-flavored one. Here, photos of the leading actor signed by the man himself. You won't find them anywhere else. After leaving the set, I remember my promise to bring Jeremiah some autographed photos of the leading actor, so Xavier and I take a detour and visit Philo. Jeremiah takes the envelope containing the photos and starts looking through them excitedly. Are you a fan of this actor or the movie franchise?
I just really like how they portrayed Lumiere.
Jeremiah pulls out a photo and shakes it in front of me.
What do you think of this outfit?
Well, it suits the leading actor. Jeremiah's smile at my answer seems to hold a hidden meaning.
Don't you think it'd look even better on someone else? For example, someone who's actually right in front of... Ouch!
He clutches his forehead in pain, and I notice Xavier is no longer holding his ice cream cup.
Sorry, my hand slipped.
That would be quite the hand slip. Who are you referring to? The one who'd look better in those clothes?
Zorro.
Huh?
One of Jeremiah's hobbies is reading novels about knights and phantom thieves.
Meeting my puzzled gaze, Jeremiah squeezes out a
Yeah,
wan smile.
Arsène Lupin's my idol.
Smile. A wane? Xavier calmly digs into another cup of ice cream while poor Jeremiah stands there, distressed. I'm about to pry when I feel a faint vibration on my wrist. It's Jenna. She wants me to return for an emergency meeting.
A meeting?
It's probably related to the abnormal particle event. I have to go now. I rush out of Philo, not having the time to hang out and question the peculiar atmosphere in the flower shop. As the girl's hurried figure disappears around the corner, Jeremiah turns to see Xavier still sitting in the same position.
Well, she's gone now. Why are you still here?
Xavier's phone screen lights up, announcing the arrival of an encrypted message. He simply turns off the screen and gets the last spoonful of ice cream from the bottom of the cup.
Thanks.
What for? It's just an ice cream cup.
I'm also grateful for these.
Xavier flashes a few small weapons in his hand. He vanishes without a trace for the
Xavier,
next second.
what did you swipe for me this time?
Jeremiah rushes to check his precious belongings but stops after taking a few steps. He thinks for a bit, then pulls out his phone to call someone. Okay.
After 2 consecutive days of heavy rain, today is also a rainy day. And we're still expecting more rainfall in certain areas of the city. Meteorological experts say this is due to the influence of a dense group of rain clouds. The heavy rain is a normal weather phenomenon. We urge everyone not to panic.
As if startled by the thunder, the phone signal stutters for a second or two before continuing to load an endless number of posts. Even with experts taking turns assuring civilians that everything is fine, the continuous rainfall and rampaging wanderers still contribute to the spread of unease.
We started shooting a movie about the apocalypse, and now an actual apocalypse is coming. Did we jinx it? If only Lumiere could appear like he does in the movie. Stop daydreaming. The director said we gotta take advantage of the heavy rain today to finish shooting all the rain scenes.
Hearing the chatter of the crew outside the door, I glance at the raindrops pitter-pattering against the window. Xavier has gone to the film set, insisting I didn't need to get soaked with him. I was left behind in the lounge. With nothing to do, I pull up the data on my watch and go through it while remembering what Jenna said during the meeting.
We need to prevent the Wanderers from attacking. The next few days will be tough for everyone. Alpha Team will be divided into 7 groups, each responsible for a different area. You should be prepared at the first sign of trouble. Allow me to announce your partners for this mission.
I was assigned to Group 4 and soon received notifications of new access and requests to receive data on my watch. The other groups were gradually assigned as well until there was just one person left on the list.
Group 7, Xavier.
The only person not present, Xavier, will be in his own group. It's true Xavier seems to take even the strangest missions without much protest, but still. Do they want Xavier to act alone because he has to juggle filming at the same time? Or could it be he's been assigned a separate mission? After thinking it over, I realize the latter possibility seems more likely. But given his personality, I doubt I'd get anything out of him even if he asked. Xavier? Soaked to the bone, Xavier trudges in and is followed by a single clap of thunder. The ceiling light flickers when he enters as if from a horror movie. I can't help but giggle, completely ruining the ominous atmosphere. Hey, do you remember that stray kitten in our neighborhood? The one that looked like a wet mop?
The only kitten I remember is the smug-looking one who always seemed to be smirking.
Too drenched to even be annoyed at my comment, Xavier grabs a towel and wipes his face. That won't make you any less wet.
I'm going back into the rain anyway. Should I even bother?
Let's worry about that later. You'll catch a cold. Watching his half-hearted attempts to resist, I push him down onto the couch. Sit, don't move.
What are you doing?
Dominating you. Let's wipe the dirt off your face, otherwise Lumiere is going to turn into dirtier at this rate.
What dirt? Someone's making things up. Why do I feel like there isn't any dirt?
Oh no, there is. A little bit.
Is it gone?
No, not yet.
And now?
Even a kitten licking its fur is better than
Help
you.
me then. I can't see where the dirt is.
Aww.
Yeah, I feel a little better now.
What about the other side of the dirt? Oh.
Will this do?
It's slightly wet here too.
It tickles. I'm not used to wearing this.
Is this earring also one of Lumiere's magical gadgets?
Maybe there's a secret switch. I'll tell you once I find it. You.
Why don't we take this opportunity to see how it looks on you? I've never seen you wear this mask before. Oh, is this where you're gonna see that he is actually Lumiere? Because in the photo of the main story, he was wearing that. Is it gonna be like a Clark Kent kind of situation?
No thanks.
like how I just clipped through his ear.
You were pretty easy to amuse, huh? Satisfied now? You've got a bit of dirt. Done. Now both these two kittens are clean.
I'm so used to Silas calling us kittens, so to hear us talking about kittens with Xavier is just, I don't know. It's like it doesn't fit, even though I know Xavier was first compared to Silas. Looking at his damp hair, I can't resist tussling it, forcing him to sway from side to side.
It feels like there's an earthquake.
Yeah, because it'll soon be the end of the world.
Aren't you scared?
Nope. I poke his head. We have Lumiere. He'll show up to save the world.
How are you so sure? Even if he does exist, he might have given up on that identity. Maybe he'd rather be a normal citizen who goes for walks under the sun every day.
You know him pretty well. Yes, hint, hint, he is him.
Not really.
He raises his eyes that are under his somewhat disheveled bangs.
Are you hoping he'll show up?
If I say yes, will he appear? There's a momentary silence. I scrutinize Xavier's expression, but he merely lowers his gaze and...
It's a little cold.
I let go of the lingering question in my heart and ruffle his hair again with a bit of force. Then two watches light up simultaneously in red, the color of an emergency.
Incoming mission. Incoming mission. Location, no hunt zone number 21. Wanderer threat level, A and above. Number, calculating. Requesting Group 3 to immediately head to the designated location. Other squad members, please remain on standby and wait for orders.
That's a lot of wanderers. On the map, a large horde of red surrounds the no-hunt zone number 21. Even the threat level to the north of the Imperial Ring district has gone up. The range of the metaflux fluctuations must be increasing. If Alpha Team can't get this under control, everyone will have to be deployed.
It won't come to that.
Xavier points to the area where the red symbols are the densest on the map.
No Hunt Zone 21 always had frequent metaflux fluctuations. The Association can handle it. They have the experience. Even if the scale of the attack is slightly larger now, it's only a matter of time before they take care of it. Don't worry.
While still doubtful, I nod and steal a glance at the red light on his wrist. What about you? Have you received any mission alerts?
Yeah.
My ears immediately perk up. He's the only member in his team, after all. What do you have to do?
I have to act as a proper consultant for filming and not tarnish our reputations as hunters.
I guess it's necessary to remind you. Dissatisfied, Xavier frowns.
When have I ever tarnished?
Of course you haven't done that. It's just... sometimes you forget to fasten the wires before performing a stunt. And there was the time when you accidentally blew up the protocol replica made by the prop artists. And while they were testing out the effects of an explosion scene yesterday, you almost flew in to protect a staff member.
It was just an accident.
The rain's pitter-pattering increases in volume outside. Xavier switches off the mission interface on the
You
watch.
don't need to be anxious. Who knows? Maybe all your worries will disappear once the rain stops.
Who says I'm worried? Besides, the rain won't be stopping anytime soon.
But look at the clouds. There aren't as many.
I follow his gaze, but all I see is the overcast sky, the clouds still as dense as ever. I think the rainfall will only get heavier. Or do you know something I don't? I stare into Xavier's eyes, but he softly smiles.
Well, I'm pretty good at trivia. Astronomy, geography, you name it.
Stop changing the subject. I pretend to pinch his wrist in annoyance, yet quickly let go when I hear a faint but sharp inhale. I'm sorry, did it hurt?
It's fine.
Guiltily, I avert my gaze. Raindrops continue to slide down the window pane in tiny rivulets, blurring the lights outside. Amidst the heavy rain, I swallow the words on the tip of my tongue. And in the somewhat dim room, he reaches out and gently holds my wrist. That's how we spend the afternoon on the brink of the apocalypse, gazing outside the window in comfortable silence as heavy rain darkens frosty daylight. I report to HQ the following day, expecting to receive orders regarding our mission. Instead, all I get is a message from the film crew. Xavier's missing. He didn't show up on the set, and there was no sign of him at home either. All they found was Puffball happily bouncing on its little shrub. Since then, I've never received a wanderer alert on my watch again. Just like Xavier predicted, the dark clouds gradually dispersed and the heavy rain slowly became a gentle drizzle until it ceased completely. Breathtaking evening clouds replaced them. Because what if he was out there doing Lumiere business and that's why the Wanderers are, weaning off? Dusk falls accompanied by millions of glittering lights, creating a spectacular meteor shower. Long streaks reminiscent of contrails are etched across the sky. Meanwhile, the newest updates are being broadcast repeatedly on the massive screen in the heart of Azure Square. The previously rampant Wanderers have disappeared overnight, leaving behind only some suspicious protocols. My colleagues retrieve them one after another. At the same time, the intense particle event gradually weakens as well. The Doomsday Panic, which overtook the city like an inflating balloon, shatters silently as if pierced by a pin. As sunlight once again climbs the treetops, Xavier nonchalantly reappears on the form set, flashing me his usual gentle smile and talking to people. It was as if his 2-day disappearance was a fleeting illusion, but I'm certain something must have happened.
It is clear the so-called particle event was just a normal astronomical phenomenon and not a hazard of any sort.
However, it's obvious the recent hordes of Wanderers appeared during this particle event. We can't say for sure that this is purely a coincidence or a natural occurrence.
Then if it's not natural, how do you explain its sudden appearance and disappearance?
The spotlight turns on, illuminating the busy, tense scene on set. The crew members shuttle between abandoned buildings, carrying props and setting up machines in preparation for the movie's climax. It's going to be the most exciting part of the entire film. Amidst shocking explosions, Lumiere will take on hundreds of enemies on his own. He'll send the Wanderers to a fiery grave. Everyone's rushing, so none of them seem to have noticed a corner filled with miscellaneous items. Are we just gonna keep staring at him? Xavier's resting against a few prop boxes, dim specks of light floating next to him. I squat down and poke him gently. Xavier, wake up. I call out to him again, twice even, but he's fast asleep. He doesn't react. This is already the 5th time he napped to recharge today, but judging from what I've seen, it's better to say that he fainted. Why do we have to stare so unusually long at him? Can we just move to the next dialogue, please? He furrows his brow in discomfort and his head moves sideways. Xavier? Suddenly, I can no longer sense his presence, or feel a pulse on his neck. Concerned, I quickly activate the watch on his wrist. After what feels like an eternity, a blue light finally illuminates the screen of the vital signs monitor, indicating that everything is fine. Phew, you almost scared me. A hand suddenly grabs my arm. I lift my eyes to meet Xavier's tight gaze.
How come you're able to find me whenever I sneak out for a nap?
It's because your hide-and-seek skills are terrible. He chuckles, finds another comfortable spot to rest his head, and is about to close his eyes again. You don't need to stay here and push yourself. Go home and rest.
I'm fine. I'm just really sleepy today.
Liar.
It's only human to feel tired at times.
He leans to the side and asks in a sincere tone.
It's really comfy here. Do you want to take a nap with me?
No, I don't. I grab his hand. You shouldn't sleep here at the very least. You'll get sick. I can bring you to the lounge. Suddenly, the sound of an explosion rings out. A shockwave carrying dust and debris sweeps through, instantly engulfing everyone. Xavier reacts immediately by throwing himself over me and creating a huge light shield, blocking the incoming flames and dust.
Who triggered the explosion switch? We haven't started shooting yet!
It wasn't us, Director. There are still people in the factory. Who would even dare to touch the switch?
Is anyone still inside? Hurry and get them out! Where are the water cannons?
My ears are still buzzing as a troubling possibility flashes across my mind. Beep, right on cue, my watch loudly sounds the alarm and I hear the roars of Wanderers from the flames. At that moment, Xavier vanishes and a beam of light with as much force as a rainbow piercing through sunshine cuts through the collapsed burning factory. In the blink of an eye, he leaps out of the raging fire, his sword still coated in metaflux that has yet to dissipate. But before I can breathe a sigh of relief, the neighboring area immediately lights up with a warning. Threat levels are at least A. I have to go.
I'll be right back.
Xavier pushes down my shoulder and a strange red light around his neck is quickly concealed by his collar. No, Xavier, you... But his figure is already dissolved into firefly-like specks of light, fading into the evening breeze. this man really liked moaning into the mic. Into our ears. The red light on Xavier's neck flickers wildly. He swings his weapon, sending out a light blade to kill the remaining struggling wanderer. Smoke created by the dissipated energy rises in all directions. He leans against the wall, trying to steady his wobbling form after the intense battle.
Abnormal vital signs have been detected. Excessive use of evil. Disengage from combat immediately and receive treatment.
Xavier turns off the annoying warning on his watch and lifts his gaze to the entrance of an alley, where several shadows are closing in on
Hello,
him.
Xavier. That is your name, correct?
The man who once appeared in the news approaches him with a smile. Dressed in a sleek suit, he toys with a detonator the size of a cufflink. Click, a beam of light pierces through the detonator, shattering it into several pieces.
There's no need to get all riled up, Mr. Xavier. We aren't your enemy. While you've caused some slight problems, I believe it's all just a misunderstanding. And since we happen to meet each other, would you be so kind as to accompany us for a walk? We can chat.
Even though his words are polite, a few menacing henchmen step out from behind him and surround Xavier.
I don't think refusing is even an option.
How so? If you're unwilling, we won't force you. But your current circumstances are far from ideal. It wouldn't be good to drag it out, right? Everyone?
The man nods to his henchman, his expression concerned and his tone icy.
Show Mr. Xavier a good time.
Yes, sir.
The shadowy figures at the alley's entrance spring into action upon hearing his command. They immediately block off the only exit. Xavier extinguishes the red light around his neck and swings his sword. Glowing firefly-like specks slowly surround him. Suddenly, a bright light pierces through the dark alley. Several figures are seen flying as a majestic 270 HM charges straight towards them. He reaches out to the light, and immediately a hand grabs his and pulls. Is it us? Sit tight! The alleyway twists and turns into the darkness. I grip the handlebars tightly and step on the gas, trying to shake off our pursuers.
Take a left at the next intersection. There's a factory. Go through the back door.
I do as he says. When we zoom out of the factory, I hear the heavy crash of a steel gate falling. It blocks out the frantic shouts behind it.
Done.
He reaches out and highlights a spot on the map provided by AR navigation.
Head to this location.
Xavier, who are those people? Why were they trying to start something with you?
How did you know I was here?
Answer my question first. He leans on my shoulder, letting out a sigh that could be interpreted as either resignation or exhaustion.
They're probably the people behind the recent Wanderer attacks.
I'm taken aback. So the Metaflux explosion earlier, that was also their doing?
Yeah. Your turn.
He still did not answer the fucking question. She asked why they were trying to start something with him. He did not answer that. I'm confused for a moment before I realize we're taking turns in answering questions. I put an invisible transmitter on you.
When?
Back in the lounge when I pinched you, I was pretending to be mad, I answered in my mind. That was your second question, by the way. On the day I brought Jeremiah the autographed photos, I received his call when I stepped out of the flower shop. I was extra vigilant thanks to his warning, but I didn't expect saving you so soon though. In other words, I knew your location for the past 2 days. The strange Metaflux surges in all those places, the Wanderer attacks, you were the one who took care of it all, right? He tightens his grip on my arm.
You've gotten smarter.
A certain someone keeps disappearing without a word and holding little secrets. What was I supposed to do if not get smarter? Not to mention, you're clearly hiding a big secret. What's so funny? If I showed up any later, could you have dealt with those people on your own?
No. I owe you one.
If you really want to repay me, all you have to do is... That was fast. Xavier, hold on tight. The needle on my holographic dashboard jumps all the way to the right. The motorcycle accelerates and we disappear into a dark alley in the blink of an eye. Where are we?
No hunt zone number 42.
I know where we are. I was talking about that. Moonlight spills over the verdant meadow like a thin layer of mist. In the center of this place is a massive wreckage of some sort, stuck deep in the ground. It's covered in moss and vines. Tiny fireflies circle it like ethereal sprites who call it their home.
Careful.
2 balls of light float up from Xavier's hands, illuminating the somewhat steep path. The control panel is overtaken by plants. All sorts of wires are tangled up. The cabin has been split open. Inside this massive spaceship, which seems to have crashed a long time ago, the scent of rust and dust pervades. Amidst the metallic framework, the starry sky comes into view as if a brilliant curtain has been draped above our heads. I brush aside the leaves on the control panel. I try to decipher the complex numbers and symbols on it, but to no avail. It's a huge object from space. It doesn't seem like something that would exist in this world. Because it doesn't. Gang gang! But the fact that Xavier led me here must mean he knows something about the spaceship. A faint blue light flashes to the side, and Xavier lets go of a rusty knob. I secretly use my evol to do a quick check. The protofield around us has changed.
They won't be able to find us now.
I allow myself to relax a little as I examine the device Xavier activated. It's incredible some of the machinery in this abandoned spaceship still works. It's almost as amazing as a mummy in a pyramid coming back to life. This spaceship, is it yours?
I just know it's here.
You know, I am getting real tired of this man's fucking half-assed answers. I really am. There might be some explanation why he wants to avoid telling us all this information or all the truth and stuff, but at this point, it's actually really annoying because we now know that is his ship. Well, us as the reader. But to still be vague to our main character? Ugh. So you must have known I was here for a long time, huh? Xavier hesitates for a moment before finally responding with a vague, What's that noise?
It's probably just a small nocturnal animal. Don't...
He stops talking, and after a moment his tone abruptly takes a 180-degree turn.
Or it could be a wanderer. Any changes in a protofield can generate metaflux. Could you... go take a look?
Sure, but I didn't sense any metaflux fluctuations or notice any signs of wanderers. A bit of suspicion crosses my mind, but in the end I nod. If you need me to check, fine, but you better not do anything reckless when I'm not looking. After carefully checking the surroundings a few times with my evol to ensure there's not even a trace of metaflux, I finally return to the spaceship. Xavier, it's safe here. Where are you? I don't see Xavier anywhere. After circling half the area, I finally find him in a chamber that resembles a sleeping pod. He's curled up, his eyes closed, brow furrowed. The position he's in doesn't seem comfortable, but his breaths are slow and deep. I'm sorry, but every time we find him sleeping, why do we have to stare at him for an unnecessarily long amount before it cuts to the next dialogue? Like, I get it. He's sleeping. Can we not just keep, like, I know some people enjoy staring at him like this, but can we just get to the next dialogue, please? I get it, he's sleeping. Please don't take this the wrong way, though. I know I'm being a little bit overly mean in this myth, not directly towards Xavier, but it's small little things that are pissing me off. I can't help it. I'm sorry. So don't take any of my anger to heart. I'm just getting so frustrated myself. And I don't mean to be, like, overly mean towards Xavier. He's already fast asleep. Something lands on the ground near the spaceship's cabin. I reach over and find 2 empty syringes. They look no different from regular syringes. The only thing odd about them is the long string of unfamiliar numbers and letters on the barrels. They show signs of recent use. Maybe... I anxiously check Xavier's pulse, but apart from a faint red light under his collar, there's nothing weird. His heart rate is fine, and so is his body temperature. Just to be safe, I'll sync up with his vital sign monitor. As I operate the watch, a warning suddenly lights up under my finger.
Incoming mission. Incoming mission. Location, Azure Square. Wanderer threat level, indeterminable. Number, incalculable. Alpha Team, please head to the mission location immediately. Alpha Team, please head to the mission location immediately.
I immediately pull up the map. The entire area near Azure Square is filled with a dense array of warnings. Those people are probably the cause of all this. Xavier is still fast asleep. I glance at the alert on my wrist. I send a quick message to Jeremiah before heading to Azure Square. However, when I arrive at Azure Square, the severity of the situation surpasses my expectations. The area has fallen into ruin, hordes of berserk wanderers attacking everything around them. Chaotic metaflux spreads like wildfire, almost distorting space itself. It's followed by loud explosions that send flames flying. All hunters are fighting wanderers. More and more of my colleagues are arriving on the scene. Yet after a prolonged, grueling battle, the number of wanderers shows no signs of decreasing. As soon as a group is eliminated, another one emerges. It's as if these wanderers are immortal. Hunters around me fall one by one, and I grow weaker as well with the number of times I've used my evil. My vision blurs, my ears ring, my heart pounds uncontrollably. Pain flares like wild flames, scorching every part of my body. That's... Beyond the flames, I see a familiar figure collapse in the distance. I try to shove my way through the crowd, desperate to confirm their identity, but a massive wanderer appears before me. After defeating it, I struggle to open my eyes, but I can barely see anything through my blurred vision. I'm definitely bleeding, but I can't feel anything but the intense pain in my heart.
Right?
Captain.
It's likely a metaflux explosion will occur at this location. Retreat. You can't keep fighting.
With my watcher's guidance, I can barely discern the way I'm supposed to go. Yet just as I'm about to move, there are still people trapped in Azure Square. I grit my teeth and focus, heading to the source of the cries. Through layers and layers of smoke and dust, I see an arm waving desperately from a collapsed cafe at the edge of Azure Square. Coordinates 5567, 5567, trapped civilian spotted, calling for backup. Danger strikes before my backup could even arrive. The watch reacts faster than I do. Alerts pop up in quick succession on its interface. 3 wanderers, threat level S. I reach for my belt, silently counting the remaining bullets and use a board hook. I should be able to buy some time, maybe even take one down with a bit of luck. As I step on the broken cafe sign again, the shadow of an enormous wanderer looms over me. Even the last sliver of moonlight is blocked out as I'm plunged into endless, mind-numbing darkness. The rust-red rain in my memories floods in my mind. The blood, the rubble, the screams and cries. I'm suddenly engulfed by all of it. It's difficult to raise my head as terrifying despair threatens to swallow me once more. No, I have to keep going. The piercing sound of electricity stabs my ears. A numbing pain flashes through my hand as clutching my gun. Chaos consumes me. With great difficulty, I load and fire several shots. I can only rely on my instincts. But the darkness doesn't recede. My nightmare from 14 years ago opens its bloody, gaping maw before me. I fall to the ground. Something crashes down. The wanderer and I will be crushed. Dazzling light suddenly surges before my eyes, sending out a shockwave. The wanderer has no place to hide. It dissipates into dust with a shrill screech. That was a bit of a tongue twister. Another brilliant beam of light cleaves the night like an arrow piercing through inky shadows. In an instant, golden light pours down like a torrential rain, washing the darkness away. I struggle to lift my gaze. A beam of light flashes past the current of glowing specks, charging toward me like a meteor. Space and time itself are stored in the radiance, sharp, relentless, yet exuding serenity. The vague scene in my dust-covered memory flashes, abruptly clear and vivid. What was that? It's Lumiere! It's Xavier!
Wow, that's him! Oh my goodness!
Blood and dirt scatter in the night breeze. Dazed, I look up. Parted clouds have revealed the moon. Someone's arms embrace me, their warmth familiar for some reason. He wipes the blood off my face. Through my blurry vision, all I can see is a warm gaze, profound as a lake yet stirring with ripples of urgency. I'm swept off my feet as he carries me into the air. My vision starts to blur again. I can no longer discern my surroundings. The pain seems to have disappeared. All I can sense is my pounding heart.
Close your eyes if you're tired.
The long sword materializes in the air, creating countless rays of light reminiscent of crescent moons that land in the center of Azure Square. They form a circle. Brighter and gentler than the moon in the sky, it's like a tranquil lake emitting a glowing brilliance as it envelopes every bit of scorched earth. The wanderers that are still running rampant, the unrestrained metaflux, the impending explosions all quiet down. The moon that rose amidst the ruins and chaos 14 years ago has reappeared before my very eyes. Lumiere? I'm hit by a delayed instance of pain. My consciousness returns briefly, and the face before me finally comes into focus. Xavier? Many words are stuck in my throat. The pain stifles them, rendering me unable to
sleep. Don't force yourself to stay awake.
Something covers my eyes. My eyelids grow heavy, and I'm plunged into a world of dreams, endlessly sweet in its comforting darkness. Ugh. I wake up from the surging pain. I open my eyes to see the waning full moon in the night sky.
Does it hurt?
I turn my head to see Xavier carefully bandaging my injured hand.
I did some first aid. The roads are still a mess right now. I'll take you to the hospital later for a thorough medical examination.
I compose myself and look down from the side of the rooftop. Over half of Azure Square has been reduced to rubble. Rescue workers dart between the broken walls and ruins, and journalists race against time to report the news.
Don't worry, the people trapped in the cafe are safe. There aren't any other casualties. You're the only one who's severely injured.
I look back at the person in front of me. The contours of his face are etched in my heart, but now that I'm seeing them again, they're shrouded in unfamiliar shadows. Why are you here?
Who else were you expecting to see?
He tries to deflect my question as he continues to treat my wounds, his eyes lowered. But how did you get here? Are you okay now?
I slept well, so I'm fully recovered.
How? You practically shut down in the no-hunt zone.
You're the one who needs to be cared for right now.
He pushes down my shoulder and I have no choice but to obediently sit. The situation was urgent. I had to...
I only know that if I had been even a second later, I would have lost you. Forever.
Though his tone is flat, he tightly squeezes my hand. No, that's impossible. Don't underestimate me. I've always been lucky. 14 years ago, Lumiere saved my life. And this time, I look into his eyes. Lumiere saved me again. I must be the luckiest person alive. The moonlight envelopes us in its soft embrace. His expression is calm and gentle, yet I sense indescribable emotions below the surface. Is he relieved, concerned, resigned even? I can't put my finger on it.
You might just feel lucky.
Xavier speaks softly, reaching out to wipe the dirt off my face.
But for me, it's a wonderful blessing.
According to the survivors who were rescued, a figure resembling Lumiere appeared just as the explosion was about to go off. There are also reports suggesting the mysterious individual who quelled the metaflux fluctuations around the city a few days ago might very well be Lumiere. After many years, Lumiere has returned and saved Lincoln City once again.
I bet news of Lumiere's return will be what everyone's talking about in the morning. I prop my head on my chin and look at Xavier with a teasing smile. He seems lost in thought for a moment, then suddenly picks me up.
We should hurry.
Why?
We need to get to the hospital. Otherwise, everyone will be rushing over after dawn to catch a glimpse of Lumiere. You might get dizzy. Hold on tight.
Before I can react, the world around me starts spinning again. Did he teleport us? After that night, Xavier disappeared for another 2 days. I didn't know what he was doing, but when I was discharged from the hospital, he was already there waiting for me in my ward. Since then, I have been confined to my home to recuperate. Meanwhile, Xavier stayed with me, devoting himself to being my caregiver and ignoring the rumors regarding Lumiere that swirled outside in the skies. And because of Xavier's overzealous dedication, my days spent recovering at home are dull. It's just a cycle of eating and sleeping.
Half an avocado, half a dragon fruit, a few stalks of celery, half a bitter melon.
Just as this bizarre combination is about to enter the blender, I hold my phone in front of Xavier in a desperate attempt to distract him. Xavier, look, Twinkle Toys has some new Lumiere merch. We should check it out.
Again?
Of course, Lumiere is all the rage right now. Are you sure you don't want to take a look?
I'm not that interested.
His harsh words are accompanied by the ruthless sound of him starting up the blender. Should we go somewhere else? I feel like I'm getting moldy with how long I've been cooped up at home.
You have a checkup at the hospital tomorrow. We can get some sun on the way.
But I'm fed up with your hospital meals and healthy juices. I want to eat something else. Xavier nods, and shortly after, his phone receives a notification and
Your order
beeps.
is on its way. One family-sized barbecue platter.
That was quick. My eyes light up instantly.
And one healing porridge combo meal. It will arrive in approximately 10 minutes.
I've had enough hospital meals! Listless, I slump onto the couch. I already watched 3 dramas and 8 movies, but my injuries still haven't healed.
How about we play a video game? What level were we on? 11?
No thanks. Playing games with you isn't fun. Confused, Xavier blinks a few times.
I wasn't trying to steal your kills. I don't know why the monsters kept crashing into me either.
You're always the one who dominates everything while I just watch. Both in video games and real life. It's not fun.
In real life?
Yeah, you're either achieving great things or hiding in a cool secret base. And it's a secret base with a bunch of weird gadgets, syringes, sleeping pods. I start counting with my fingers while Xavier awkwardly looks away.
Our food's here. I'll get it.
Alright. I'll visit Philo later to investigate.
It's a large box. What's inside?
I'm still thinking about how to get more information out of him when I see the package he brought in. My eyes light up as I grab it. I can't believe they're already here!
When did you order this?
Since you're not comfortable with me going out, I had to take things into my own hands. Ding ding ding! Look! Lumiere merchandise! After excitedly dragging him over, I hold up 2 Lumiere dolls. You can play dress up with this one, and this has movable joints. Aren't they the cutest? I stuff the Lumieres into the hands of the real Lumiere. 3 pairs of large blue eyes stare at one another, speechless.
What are the dolls for?
I think they'll be useful. I can bring them on a trip, eat together with them, and even put them next to my pillow when I sleep.
You can just do all of that with me.
The Lumiere dolls are haphazardly tossed away, landing by a cushion.
What are these for? Lumiere O'Clock will brighten every minute and every second of your day. With the Dream Shimmer Nightlight, Lumiere's soft glow can accompany you as you sleep. Lumiere-style hand warmers. Hold them in your hand and feel their warmth. Are you going to make your house a Lumiere museum?
That's a great idea. A Lumiere-themed home. I'll get to see him whenever I open my eyes. It'll be fun.
I see.
Pretending not to notice Xavier's slight displeasure, I cheerfully pull out the final surprise from the bottom of the box. Don't worry, I didn't forget to buy something for you. Ta-da! It's the same outfit Lumiere wore in the movie. I was lucky to grab the last one before it was out of stock. It's for you. Take it. Why don't you try it on to see if it fits? You could even reminisce a little. Wary, Xavier takes a step back.
It's okay. I'm not in the mood to reminisce.
But I really want to see you wear it. Pretending to be disappointed, I pout. From the moment I ordered this, it's been the only thing I've been looking forward to as I recovered during these long days.
You said that about the sesame pistachio ice cream, and when you wanted to play with sparklers on the balcony.
Since when did you become so cruel, Xavier? Dramatically, I collapse onto the couch and bury my face in my hands.
Give me a second.
Yay! Once again, wearing the Lumiere outfit, Xavier seems rather uninterested. It's as if he's ready to take it off after a few minutes.
Is this good enough? It fits. Can I change back into my normal clothes now?
Nope. I walk around him, taking photos, adjusting the collar and smoothing out the creases. It's as if I'm a child who's found a new toy. Xavier, unaccustomed to my sudden enthusiasm, tenses whenever I touch him.
Weren't you rolling around on the couch seconds ago? Where did all this energy come from?
Who wouldn't be excited to see Lumiere standing right in front of them?
Not me. Maybe a lot of people, like you, have unrealistic fantasies about Lumiere.
Yeah, but the difference is we can live out those fantasies with Lumiere because we know Lumiere and we will end up dating Lumiere. Impossible. You have no idea how amazing Lumiere is.
Indeed, I don't.
I purposely let out a long sigh. You're such a dummy. Allow me to show you Lumiere's true charm.
You don't need to.
But I'm going to. Did we just shove him into the wall? Imagine that. During a crisis, a handsome knight, chivalrous and gentle, descends from the sky under the moonlight. Bang! He takes out all the enemies just like that. Wouldn't you feel safe with your heart fluttering? Why are we getting so close to him? Like it's nice, but why?
I don't think my heart fluttered at all.
Someone's trying to avoid the elephant in the room.
And someone is pushing their luck. You like Lumiere that much? Who do you like more? Me or Lumiere?
Your question doesn't make any sense. Aren't you and Lumiere the same person?
But you don't see them as such. While Lumiere is handsome and gentle, I'm apparently harsh and cruel. And when you see Lumiere, you appear to be a lot happier.
Oh! Oh! Well, hello, Xavier. I am now suddenly a lot more interested. I'm liking this. I am liking this. I'm getting goosebumps.
So, what's your answer?
My answer is, just kiss me now. Just kiss me now. Take me on this couch. I need to stop. Xavier, are you jealous?
I'm not.
You are. You get upset when I praise Lumiere. What an idiot.
If you dislike someone, then you'd think they're an idiot no matter what they do.
True. But dummies who get jealous and sulk, those are my favorite. Aww.
That should be our dinner.
Or more merchandise.
How much did you buy?
No, we can't keep the delivery guy waiting.
Nope. I won't let you go until I hear the answer I want.
That is so rich coming from him. So clearly, we need to adapt this technique on him when he doesn't answer our questions. Because we've got about 1 million questions that he's evaded and never answered truthfully outright. He always dodges around and weaves around the fucking bush. So clearly, we need to corner him like this so that we can get the answers we want. Uno reverse him. I'm not gonna lie. I know I was a little bit overly harsh and annoyed with him throughout that myth. Like I said, please take it with a grain of salt. There's just certain things that really piss me off and irritate me. When it gets to a point where it's like, okay, enough is enough now. But by the end of the myth, I like that little back and forth we had there when we now finally know that he is Lumiere. This is like a whole Clark Kent situation all over again. When we were in that club trying to get kidnapped so that we can get to the N109 zone and all that jazz, right? Lumiere's photo popped up. He just had a little mask on like this. You know, like Clark Kent, you know? Ooh, I'm Clark Kent. Ooh, now I'm Superman. I could easily then just be like, I'm Nick's Wolf. Take off my glasses. Now I'm my actual me. Different person. Oh, how? You don't know me now. Let me put my glasses back on. Then you know I'm Nick's Wolf. Sorry, I know I'm harping a lot on that topic, but it's just always so funny. I can understand it to a point. Like you won't naturally believe, oh, they this amazing hero. It couldn't possibly be the person that I know as just a standard working person. So I understand that some people don't always want to see the truth in front of them, and that's why it's difficult to see until they realize, oh shit, you are actually the same person. Wow, I did not know that. I can't give our MC too much like harshness about that, about not realizing, even though you can clearly see it is Xavier. To understand it from that point of view as to why I shouldn't like immediately realize, oh, that looks a lot like Xavier. Could it be? Is it not? Maybe it's just some, you know, coinkydink. I'm happy that in this myth we actually finally realize he is Lumiere. But I must say that ending really got me. I did not expect him to be so brash. I did not expect him to be like that, given that he's always so reserved and 100 miles kept back compared to Zane. So I did not expect that from him. He's like a squishy little, cute little puppy-faced man, and I did not expect that. So that took me completely by surprise. It certainly has opened a little door ajar. You know, like that game you play where it's like, oh, who would I marry? Who would I date? Who would I have as a fling on the side? Yeah, I would marry either Zane or Silas. One of those two. Those would be my main men. And then Raphael's like my little side mistress. And then Xavier's door is a little bit ajar to be like, okay, I can put you somewhere on that list. Yeah, I feel like he's a bit of an underdog character. You gotta like peel away the layers of the onion before you get to the center of who he is. After all that, I'm going to leave that video there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just a reminder, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!